The big leagues, told him don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly.
Welcome, football fans, USFL fans, but most importantly, Houston Gamblers fans, to an extra bonus episode of Gamblers Table Talk this week. So my episode already dropped, but I have the honor of having Special Teams Player of the Week, Anthony Ratliff-Williams, here on the show with me. Anthony, what's up, man?
What's up, man? How you doing? It's an honor to
Dude,
be.
I'm good, man. You on the team right now, there's only 3 people who have been on my show more than once. You, Tyler Palka, and Bob Morris. So you're in the higher tier now, you know? It's like you 3 stand above the others.
No, for sure, it's all love. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. So what did it feel like that Special Teams Player of the Week? The thing I love about this league is that the fans get to vote. They put a poll out on Twitter, and then everybody votes. And the gamblers usually get shafted a little bit because they're not in their home like city, and you know the record doesn't show how good the team really is. But you still won it because you had four returns, 136 yards, and a 47-yard long return, which didn't even take into account your 90. What was it? You receiving? You had 95 yards on 4 receptions and a touchdown. Didn't even take that into account. What did it feel like to win?
It was good. It was good. Definitely want to get the W as in a game as a whole, but I mean that was a small accolade. It was definitely more so for the kickoff return team. It's definitely like a more of a testament to them because they was definitely blocking their tails off and making it easy for me to hit the lanes whenever I saw them. So that's more of a shouts to them for real. So it's kind of a team thing.
Oh yeah, and it was. I mean, I mentioned it before we started recording. I love the fact that returners, a lot of the time, they'll run up the sideline, you know, if they get the sideline, and they'll just run out of bounds before it gets real hairy. But I love that you absolutely put your shoulder down. You're going to get those extra yards. You know, to another returner, maybe that 47-yard return was a 44-yard return. But you put your shoulder down, you got those extra 3 yards. I love that about you. Nobody plays harder at the wide receiver position. But also, your reception for a touchdown, that was awesome. It didn't even look like the guy got a hand on you. You brushed him off so easy. What was that like? Just a nice little drag route, get in an open field?
Yeah. Nice little man coverage. So, I mean, all you had to do was beat the guy in front of me. But after I got the rock, it was kind of just more so routine for me. I mean, I like to get in space and kind of make plays happen.
Oh, no. Ooh, it cut out a little there. I'll cut that out later. All right. So you said all you got to do is beat the man in front of you, get the ball in space, and then what?
Yeah, I mean, I just get the ball in space and everything from that becomes routine, to be honest. It's just like I know how to make plays with the ball in my hand. That's what probably when I'm best. And I just make plays happen. So it was kind of real easy for me.
Yes, you do. I love that. I was sitting there with my dad and brother, and I was just, screaming. I was like, you guys know that guy went to college for quarterback, right? Like that guy was a quarterback, and he's out here doing all this athletic play, brushing people off, lowering your shoulder. It's fantastic. Now, you mentioned earlier it would have been nicer to get the dub. I talked to Kenji a little bit in the post-game presser over Zoom, and I asked, do you feel like the offense kind of got clicking, that you really found your comfortable spot within the offense this week? And he said, yeah, I felt like the entire offense did, but it doesn't matter because we didn't win. And he was kind of mad, so I understood it. But what did you feel in week 2? Week 1, it seemed like the offense was working. And then in the second half, it the play calling got smaller. It was a lot of running up the middle and it kind of stalled. But then in week 2, it just exploded. What does it look like from your standpoint?
From a receiver standpoint, I would say it's just the attention to details. I mean, it's just the little things that you don't pay attention to going into week 1 that you could have polished up in camp. And you get to polish those things up in week 2, and we responded very well to that adversity. And I think that's just kind of us getting to our stride. That's just the like I said, the attention to detail, but also a small peek at what could be way, way, way more. So we just trying to be explosive every play and every chance we got a lot of guys who can be explosive in open space and get the ball in their hands and make a lot of things happen. So that's kind of our goal on a consistent basis.
Oh my gosh. Between you and Justin Hall, it was like they didn't know who to double team because either of you guys could just take it for 40 yards for a touchdown. That was a ridiculous game. Justin deserved the offensive player of the week. You absolutely deserved special teams player of the week, and I'm glad you won it. But then did you think that maybe it was a more pass-heavy offense this week because there was only one running back active and TJ Pledger was the only person taking handoffs in the backfield?
I wouldn't say so. I think things like that kind of play factor, but our offense was known going to the game knowing they play a lot of man defense, and that was gonna be our bread and butter, was to be able to beat man with our receivers, and that's kind of what we honed in on. And when it came time to execute, that's what we did. So it's kind of more of a testament to preparation.
Well, you guys prepared well. I mean, that was probably one of the most, if not the most exciting USFL game I've seen so far in the 2 seasons that there's been. I absolutely wish we came out with the dub, but there were a lot of good things. Now, a lot of good things carrying over into week 3, going up against the Showboats, who just got absolutely blown out by the Stallions 42-2, which is still crazy to me. What has it been like this week training for them? And, do you think you're going to have just as big a game? Maybe another, what is it, like a beer with your picture on it? What do they give the special teams players this year? Or the player of the week?
Cool. I have no clue. I haven't received the little gift yet, so I'm kind of on the edge about that, kind of excited to see what that looked like. But just as far as the preparation in this week, it's all the same. We try to be consistent with the preparation, and it's all about the details. Like I said, I mean, coming off of a game like last week where things are kind of starting to click, but you still don't come out with a win. So it's kind of back to the drawing board as far as preparation and kind of locking in on the small things and making those things major. And as far as the process of preparing for a game goes, and I mean, regardless of what happened in Memphis, I mean, they're still a good team. So preparation still has to be honed in. And that's what we do, I mean, on a daily basis. And we're kind of excited to get out there and compete again. So that's all we locked in.
Now, I know that you guys kind of have a segmented schedule, so it's kind of the opposite. You guys are in the morning and then they're in the afternoon practicing, right? So you don't see them too much, but have you seen them at all this week? A little trash talk that you're playing Memphis in Memphis and you guys share facilities?
Oh, yeah, no, we ran into each other too much, but we know we coming out to compete, and at the end of the day, the best team gonna come out with the victory, and that's what we're gonna put on display. So it's best man win.
Well, just like last season, I think that this is the best 0-2 team I've ever seen. So I'm absolutely excited about the game. I don't think I'll be able to watch it live, but trust that I'm going to hit anybody who tells me the score, and I'm going to watch it right after on Peacock or whatever the heck I can watch it on. It's going to be awesome. Now, Isaiah Zuber was on the team last year. You probably know him well. He was picked up, and now he's back in the rotation. I don't know if he's going to be active or anything like that, but what has it been at practice having another receiver there to compete against? Has it been kind of a monkey wrench or more of just someone to compete?
Oh, man, it's just always competition on a daily basis, and I feel like our receiver room is a very talented group. And we go out there and we compete on a daily basis, and like I said, it's a super talented group, and it's just fun having my dog Zoop out there for sure, but we got a lot of faces from last year as well, so it's just more so of a family in our receiver room.
It's great. Like, a lot of people, when they saw that he was signed, they thought, oh, Zuber's going to come back. He's going to be wide receiver 1. And then it was one of the most prolific USFL receiving games on both sides. And, I mean, without him on the field, it was still electric. So it's one of those things where you almost wonder, is he going to come in and the chemistry that's built gets messed with a little bit, or is it just going to build on it? And I think, like you said, having your boy back, a lot of you guys know him. I think it could just add on to the chemistry and just be better, and maybe just the push that you guys need to absolutely blow out the boats. That's going to be my hashtag all week, just so you know, blow out the boats. So watch for that. But I'm very excited, and I think that there's still a lot that people haven't seen from the team because Mark Thompson hasn't been active. Isaiah Zuber just got there. There's a new running back, Shamari Jones, now there. I'm sad to see Dev go, but it's cool that there's a new guy. So I think there's a lot to be seen from this team, especially with a coach who's as prolific as Curtis Johnson, especially with the wide receivers. I mean, I'm excited to see what you guys do this weekend. So what is your score prediction for week 3?
Score prediction? Man, I don't even want to get on prediction. I don't even know.
All right. You don't have to. But before I let you go, I do have to ask, who do you think is going to win the other games? Let's start with Stars Maulers.
Stars Maulers. I'll probably go. I don't know who won last week.
The Stars lost to the Panthers and the Maulers lost to the Generals.
That's two good teams to lose. I mean, I'll go Maulers.
Maulers. Okay. Then we got the Generals and the Panthers. The Panthers are undefeated.
Oh, Generals, Panthers. I'll go Panthers.
Panthers. All right. And then New Orleans versus Birmingham, the two undefeateds.
Oh, that's tough. Oh, I'll probably go Breakers. I want to see the Breakers.
Breakers. Oh my gosh. So you went Maulers, Panthers, Breakers. You went against the grain with those ones. I mean, honestly, other than the Panthers, I think you picked the underdog in the other two games, which I absolutely love that. I'm an underdog at heart. So very glad. But I absolutely loved having you on, man. I didn't want to take up too much of your time, but I needed everybody to hear from the reigning Special Teams Player of the Week before next week, before you win the next award and then the next award, and then I'll have to have you on more.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you having me for sure.
All right. Well, thank you, Anthony. And thank you, everybody, for watching. This has been your Gamblers Table Talk bonus episode after the week 2 narrow loss to the Breakers. We'll see y'all in week 3.
I'm in the big leagues, so they don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston.